chasing him around, and he would eventually, catch him with some shots. He hit him with a lot of shots. He looked fantastic tonight, and I couldn't be more proud of him.
Do you think he's proud of his performance? I know that you were in there speaking with him.
He's not. He's very upset with himself. He feels like that fight was there for the taking, and, he thinks that the fight was stopped early. I was good with the stoppage. He's not a professional boxer. He stepped in there. What I announced the other night at the Celtics game is where we're at right now. Nothing has changed.
So nothing done with Mayweather,
No, nothing's changed. Next week.
Did he sign an executable agreement?
Who?
Conor?
Yeah.
How much money?
He's going to make a couple bucks. He's going to do all right. Listen, if this fight goes off, if it even happens, and if, the thing does what everybody thinks it can do, Conor's going to make a lot of money.
Do you think the tie will be just to the amount of money that's in this contract with Mayweather? Is it all about that dollar amount?
What do you think?
In your opinion, does it all hinge upon the dollar amount on that contract with Mayweather's fight?
No, on Mayweather's side, it's going to be whether we can come to a deal or not to put on this event.
A date for that now. That was the date that we were shooting for, provided we could get the deals done. And we're not even that far along in the process, so I guess I don't need to worry about the date anymore.
Okay, well, if a date can't be arranged in 2017, do you think there's any chance we see Conor fight in the UFC this year at all?
Yeah, Conor wants to fight. Conor wants to fight Floyd. Conor wants to fight twice this year. So, we'll just have to see how this thing plays out.
Okay, well, a superstar showdown. A lot of people are very excited for that. Now, talking about timelines, last month in Buffalo, you did say we could expect a date for the return of Georges St-Pierre within about a week. Any update on that front?
Nope. Obviously, I was expecting him to fight this summer. That is not the case, so we'll see what happens. I know he recently came out and said he'd like to fight in November. I like Georges St-Pierre. He's a great guy. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. Well, to some other Canadian news, the UFC recently announcing UFC 216 would be held in Edmonton. What made you choose Edmonton for this year's lone Canadian pay-per-view?
Well, listen, you know how I feel about Canada. I've said it a million times. Love it up there. Some of the greatest events we've ever held have been in Canada, and it's time for Edmonton.
Time for Edmonton. Love it. Now, looking ahead to this weekend, you have heavyweights in the main event. Stipe Miocic versus Junior Dos Santos. Dos Santos won their first match. That went 5 rounds. You expecting a similar slugfest this time around?
I don't know. It's interesting.
KO in my career.
And you think that's a realistic possibility?
I believe so. Size, reach, power, precision, all in my favor. I hit you, you fall.
A broken man. What was your message to him on the stage there after the weigh-in? He can't keep up with me in my pace. No way. I'm going to run through him.
How do you think this fight will go? Tell the world how you think this fight will go.
Huh? Knockout. He's going to be stiff. He's going to go like this, and then he's going to hit the floor at 100 miles an hour, like they all do. I turn men into statues, and then they crash on the canvas. Thank you.
I think Floyd's frames were nice. When he throws the shots, he does the smothers with his frames. And early on, when he was framing on me, I was shooking him and taking his back. But I'm like, midway through the fight, when I at his back, the referee just resetting us in the middle, and I'm like, somewhere in the middle of all that, I was like, I'm using valuable energy here to get to this man's back. And then we're just being reset to go again, so it kind of flustered me a little bit, and he was able to capitalise on it. He's very composed, picks his shots very well, bounces shots off himself very well, and hides himself well. You know what I mean? I believe he was scored a few times, but he keeps his composure. He doesn't show it. So, look, I enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was a fun fight.
Conor, straight ahead. Yeah. Congratulations on a great performance tonight. I wonder if you referenced it a little bit about boxing and MMA are different. Can you expand on that a little bit and explain what you liked about the boxing business and what you prefer about the MMA business?
The check is all right. The check's not bad. But look, I'm going to try. I've already been raising the MMA check, so don't get it twisted. I'm still going to raise the MMA checks when I go back there. No, just the whole. It's just a lot more. I don't know what the fuck the difference is, but it's different. It's very different. It's just a little bit more cleaner or something. But I tell you what, I enjoyed it very, very much. It was an honour for me to come over here in the boxing side and showcase my skills. I know there was a lot of disrespect and disregard for my skill. You know what I mean? I'm a multiple weight free fighting world champion. I was a little bit taken back by the disrespect and the disregard that I was shown. In fairness, Floyd and his team never actually showed that disrespect. It was just the overall, everyone else. And it was almost like a little bit of a jealousy thing, so I kind of just got over it. But the disrespect for my skill set was a little bit, you know, it took me back a little bit, but I always knew that when the fight comes around, August 26th, I'm going to show up and I'm going to give a good account of myself. And I thought I'd put him out there, and I went to put him out. And I believe the first couple of shots flustered him, and I hit him a few times, but then he started reading, then he started parrying the shots well. He had a good strong parry on his lead hand. He dipped low, caught the body shots well, but he started engaging in his right hand to the body. I thought it was very well. I enjoyed the fight. It was a great contest, and a lot of stuff I'll take with me in my.
What's up, gang? Any questions for me? Because I'm tired.
Hey, Dana in the back over here.
Yeah.
In the back. Can you assess Conor's performance in your opinion? Did he do better than you thought? Was this what you saw in training at the Performance Institute?
Yeah, no, I'm so proud of Conor tonight, and you know, it's not the fight that I thought it was going to be. It was a completely different fight than I expected. You know, Conor, when you get into professional boxing, right? And, you know, you guys know you start 4 rounds, you fight 6 rounds. You went 10 rounds tonight with arguably the greatest to ever do it. Max Kellerman, I've been trying to get a hold of him. He ain't answering his phone right now, but he said that Conor wouldn't land one punch on Floyd Mayweather. You know, a lot of people that were super negative about, you know, this boxing match with Floyd and Conor looked unbelievable. I'm sure you guys probably already saw this, but if you didn't, the CompuBox numbers were in 9 of Floyd Mayweather's fights where it went 12 rounds. His opponents hit him with less than 100 punches. Conor hit him with 111 in less than 10 rounds. So it was a great fight. I'm really proud of Conor.
And David, just to follow up on that a little bit, given how well he did in the fight, you know, against a long guy, if he chose to box again, would you endorse that and would you work with him on it?
I'm sorry, what did you say, Kevin?
I just said if he chose to box again, given how well he did, would you endorse that and work with him on that?
I would rather he did not. You know, this isn't what he does. He's a mixed martial artist where he goes in and he fights and he uses all of his weapons, and tonight he was only allowed to use his hands. I think he did great tonight. I don't think there's anything else left to prove. I would rather he fight mixed martial arts.
Gene, I guess just to kind of follow up on that, let's not talk about Conor McGregor specifically. I mean, this was a special, unique event. Would you be open to entertaining the idea of ever doing this, a cross-promotional bout like this again?
I'm ready to get back to the UFC and do what I do. You know, these guys were amazing to work with. No bullshit, you know me. These guys were awesome. The Team Mayweather, Al Heyman, much respect. These guys were. You know, like I said, I was expecting something completely different coming in to work with these guys because of how long it took to make the Pacquiao fight. But it wasn't. I can tell you, it wasn't this time. That I can promise you. These guys have been fantastic.
And of course, the question on every UFC fan's mind is when is Conor McGregor going to step back to the octagon? I know it's early, but have you had a chance to speak with him at all? I mean, any indication of what should and could come next for him in the UFC?
Yeah, I've been back there with him pretty much this whole time, and we're not talking about fighting tonight. You know, he put on a great performance. We're not talking about fighting. You know how he is, man. When he's ready, he'll let me know.
Dana over here. What's your response after the event tonight to people who said this was going to be a circus, that it would be a farce?
Yeah, you know, you have to have negative people, man. When you're doing stuff like this, it creates the debate and the back and forth. But I knew Conor McGregor's a fighter, you know, and we saw a fight tonight. I don't know if tonight was the best boxing you've ever seen, but we saw a fight. And I mean, Conor was in here landing jabs on Floyd Mayweather. He was hitting him with the right hands, hit him with a big uppercut, hitting him with nice body shots. Conor McGregor looked damn good tonight to me. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but I thought he looked awesome, and I'm proud of him.
Do you think your heavyweight champion, Stipe Miocic, would do well in a boxing match?
I don't even want to talk about my other guys in a boxing match. This was one of those, you know, two big superstars. This thing built from the bottom up, from the fans to the media, and then up to us when we even started remotely considering something like this. And it was just a real special event and a rare event. I'm not looking to do this again.
Hey, Dana, straight back all the way back.
Yeah.
Considering that he did as well as he did tonight against Floyd, what do you think would have been the case if he had started out like a regular boxer? Where you mentioned before, guys going 4 rounds, 6 rounds. Tonight he went 10 with Floyd Mayweather. Had some experience, not just coming on his pro debut.